how it is actually for you, you know, being a gamer girl and playing multiplayer, and then you pop into a lobby where there is mostly guys.
It's not always a fun experience, I can tell you that. As a girl, I tend to not even join voice chats because comments are usually very mean and rude, and you usually hear comments like, "Oh, you're a female, go back to the kitchen," or "We have a girl on our team, now we're gonna lose," or something along those lines. And I see a lot of other girls that don't have the courage to stand up for themselves get very harassed online and very downgraded, where a lot of males, not everyone, but many, say very harsh things like, "I hope you die," "I hope you get hurt in somewhat ways," and the gaming community is not always very friendly to females. And I also feel like that's why a lot of girls are scared of playing a lot of multiplayer games and try to stick to games that males think are more for girls. For example, like Sims, because that is a typical female games in boys' eyes, that girls should play games like that and not Call of Duty or Counter Strike and someone.
Why do you think it's so hard for girls, women to get into be the top tiers? I mean, there are few top tier girls on the planet that they were really good, but mostly not champions. So
I feel it has to do with that a lot of girls, well, from my experience as well, is that they are afraid to put everything into gaming and streaming because they it's not something that society really tells them to do. It's more acceptable now, but if you look back 10 years ago, it was basically only males. But I just feel it's a very rare sight to see a female gamer playing alone and really pushing it to the limit, like really getting up into the high ranks and being accepted by boys. Because the few girls that get up in higher ranks, what I've seen at least, is that males don't want to accept that a girl can be just as good or even better at the game that they are playing. That it's not something that can happen. And I feel like that scares a lot of girls from really getting into competitive gaming, at least. Because it is competitive gaming that is in esports and not casual games like Sims and Minecraft and more relaxed type of memory games and building games.
and look, to be honest, right, in gaming, especially competitive gaming, right, there is a lot of toxicity regarding whether you're a man or a woman, I would say. Maybe women just get it more because it's more threatening to guys, like we said before, right? That's how I see that. Because in
I would
casual
also
gaming,
say,
yeah, sorry, Vicky, say.
oh, sorry. I would also say that it's different when it comes to a female and a male, where males usually get talked badly, like badly about their gameplay, while when it comes to females, they usually criticize that they are a female and not the gameplay they do. And
You, right? What are the consequences on that goes on then? What are you left with? Like, you know, because you really love the game and then you go play the game and being just like, you know, the toxicity happens and like you said before, they wish you to die, they wish you to, you know, all certain things and wanted to do to you all certain things. It's just like what are the consequences? Because I think people are not aware of like what actually how that impacts the person on the other side.
for me, in the beginning, as I said, when I was younger, I took it very deep to my heart. But as I grew up, I learned that the people that usually say these types of things are either 12-year-old boys that have no friends and are very sexually confused, or it is some 30-year-old man living alone in his mom's basement. It's usually one of those twos. And nowadays I don't get really offended, but still hearing negative things being said to you just because you are a female, um it makes you question a lot of things, and of course you get a bit hurt. But I would say I personally don't take it too hard. I usually either joke around about it, or I have friends in a lobby with me that either speak up, or we just report them and move on.
Mm-hmm.
But for girls that never really got into the tough scenarios and are too scared to speak up, I've talked to a bunch of them, and they are really afraid and they are really, really hurt. And some of them struggle with a lot of anxiety and depression in real life because of it, because a lot of people use gaming as an escape because they have a tough time at home, or because it is their hobby, like it's mine. And when they start the video game, all they hear is all these negative things: how they are bad, how they are not worth living, how they should go and die, and all these negative things. A lot of them take them really deep to their heart, and um, do things either to themselves or struggle a lot with emotions, I would say. And I feel like having a great support system, like a bunch of friends like I have now you, and I have Mike, and I have all these people I game with. Having people like that around you really helps you um, build up a safety net and become stronger as a person, because if you play competitive games, it is really hard out there for a female, I would say. But it is some great times. Like, I met Mike through competitive games, and he's a really great friend of mine now. So I have to say there are a bunch of great guys out there, and kudos to you, all of you. But I just feel like everyone just needs to get together and fight the bad communities, you know? And of
Mm-hmm.
course you too, Milky. I just saw you. Of course you as well.